Hey friend, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, it's a new Dragon's Milk Reserve aged in rum barrels. Dragon's Milk Reserve 2020-1 is a 12.5% rum barrel aged stout from New Holland Brewing in Holland, Michigan. Rum? Really? I'm not a fan of rum barrel aged beer, just to get that out of the way. But this is the first time that New Holland has released a rum barrel aged variant of Dragon's Milk in bottles. And the first time the reserve line isn't named what's in it, like Mocha Mint, cherry chocolate, banana coconut, etc. It's also the first time I can remember, other than triple mash, of course, where this little ABV badge on the front doesn't say 11%. And while we're talking about labels, let's take a look at this one. We'll get it into a glass. Not really a fun fact, but more of a question. Can you name the other beer with the Dragon's Milk name that has a different ABV than the traditional Dragon's Milk? Let me know in the comments down below. So looking at this bottle, at this label, it's the same Dragon's Milk label that they've been doing for the last, I think it's been about a year and a half. They've changed from the old Dragon's Milk labels. It says New Holland Brewing across the neck of the bottle. And then on the front, this one says 12.5% ABV, which again is a big departure. They've always been 11%, except for the triple mash. And it has the dragon on the front, established in 1997, Dragon's Milk Reserve. And this is also different, 2020 Reserve 1. Rum Barrel Aged Stout with chocolate, hazelnut, and toasted coconut. Now that all sounds awesome. So let's take a look at the back here. Across the neck again, it has brewed and bottled by New Holland in Holland, Michigan. And it says Dragon's Milk Reserve, Rum Barrel Aged Stout with chocolate, hazelnut, and toasted coconut. The first Reserve release of 2020 was aged for 3 months in rum barrels imported from Jamaica and finished with chocolate, hazelnut, and toasted coconut. The use of authentic ingredients enhances the flavors imparted by the barrel, including notes of rich molasses and sweet vanilla without overpowering this delicious brew. Now, I notice on the back here, they mention that this is authentic ingredients. So does that mean in the past they weren't using authentic ingredients? I don't know. Maybe somebody that's more familiar can let us know in the comments down below. But then on the front of the bottle, it says bottled on January 22nd, 2020. And it's early February right now. This just hit shelves. I just saw this get posted in Southeast Michigan here on different Instagram accounts on Thursday. So I went and picked it up on Friday the 7th. Today's Saturday the 8th that I'm recording this. So let's go ahead and crack this and we will get it into a glass. And we're going to grab the handy dandy bottle opener here. At the top, as always, is the New Holland Dragon. Not any big difference there. I just dropped the cap. That's never happened. And let's put a nose on the bottle here. Woo! Woo! Gotta tell you, getting a big just blast of rum kind of aroma, like the alcohol from rum or the rum smell. Smells more like alcohol, to be honest. But underneath that, I am smelling a really nice chocolate aroma. But the rum just out of the bottle is really kind of almost overpowering. So let's go ahead and pour this. Nice and dark, a little thin looking out of the bottle itself. Gonna fill this up to the top. Got a little bit easy on the pour at the end, but still, nonetheless, we're looking at about 1.5 to 2 fingers of head on this. Dark head, khaki colored, coffee colored, a little bit, not super dark, but dark, a little off white almost. It's a little less dark than tan. I would say it's probably a little browner than khaki, but not. I said coffee, but it's not really coffee colored. But the bubbles are really tight, really compact. Let's go ahead and hold this up. And it looks very dark. It has like a brownish, reddish kind of tinge to it. Maybe like a really dark violet tinge to it. Let's put a nose on it. Yeah, getting a lot of rum aroma, I got more chocolate out of the bottle. Now I'm getting a little bit more of a coconut kind of vibe out of it. A little bit more coconut aroma. But a big, huge amount of rum. Again, I'm not a huge rum fan, so while I'm looking forward to this, I'm also not. So let's go ahead and take a taste. Cheers. First off, mouthfeel is very light, very thin on the mouthfeel. It doesn't have a thickness to it. It's like I keep saying this like medium to light, and I put my hands up like this. if medium's here and light's here, I would say the mouthfeel's right here. It's not crisp. It's not obviously not a Pilsner, but it's not even medium. I mean, it's like right in the middle. It's light for a stout, but again, all these barrel-aged stouts seem like with upping production, the stouts have gotten thinner and thinner. And I love the kind of thick mouthfeel of a stout. Mouthfeel aside, what I'm getting is a lot of, there's a big rum taste at the forefront. It's sweet. It's got a sweet kind of tropical kind of flavor to it. The coconut kind of presents itself well with the rum, but I'm getting a lot of kind of a rum flavor as well as that coconut. I'm getting a strong vanilla flavor as well. So again, rum on the beginning, coconut on the front end, and then in the middle, there's a lot of vanilla. I'm not getting really much of a chocolate. I can tell you after the swallow, I am getting this really nice kind of roasty characteristic in there. It's got a deep roasty characteristic, but I'm not picking up on the chocolate. I haven't been picking up on the chocolate so far. The rum, as on subsequent drinks after that first one, it's starting to kind of come down a little bit. It's not so kind of in your face rum, especially from the aroma. I was expecting to be really just forefront rum. It's there, but it seems like after that first taste, the rum almost disappears a little bit. And more of what comes through is that coconut kind of flavor. The coconut comes through more. After that coconut and that rum kind of mix come through, then it's just really solid vanilla through and through. Again, not much chocolate to speak of. I can't say that I'm getting any chocolate. But then after the swallow and the aftertaste that kind of sits in there is this really dark, malty, roasty kind of flavor, and that's really good. I wish that part was pushed a little bit more to the forefront, or maybe the chocolate that they're advertising would have come through more in the flavor. But really, all I'm picking up is that rum slash coconut kind of variation, that mixture, and then really strong vanilla. Yeah, I mean, I'm just not picking up on the chocolate. I'm getting that roasty flavor, just not getting the chocolate. I'm not getting the, yeah, that's really what I'm not getting. I'm trying to think of what else I'm not getting, but what it is rum, coconut, vanilla, and then roasty malts, and that's it. So for them to say chocolate on the forefront, I would have really loved to have seen a lot more chocolate, a lot more kind of thick mouthfeel. I think having the chocolate in there, even with a lighter mouthfeel, could have compensated a little bit for that. If you get that real kind of fudgy flavor in there, and you get the coconut, you get the rum, and you get the vanilla, and the roastiness is just kind of a bonus on the tail end, but I wouldn't say that roastiness is anywhere near chocolate. Now, is this a bad, Dragon's Milk Reserve? It's not my favorite, I'll tell you that right off the bat. Would I finish drinking this? I will absolutely finish drinking this. This would not be something that I would not drink the rest of. Would I want to spend as much? I think it's probably $15.99 to $16.99. I don't know the price specifically, but would I want to spend that on a 4-pack? No, I think I'd go for the single route on this one. I always get excited when New Holland puts out a Dragon's Milk variant. I always get excited and hope that they taste the way that it says it's going to taste. This one is one where it just doesn't taste like that. I'm not getting the chocolate as advertised. That's the first one on the list. I wish that I was getting it, but I'm not. And the mouthfeel, the thinner mouthfeel, just kind of, it turns me off a little bit. I would have preferred to have this have a thicker mouthfeel. Again, if it would have had that chocolate in there and maybe thickened up the mouthfeel, I think this would be a great beer. But as it stands, it's one where I would only purchase a single. All right, friends, that has been Dragon's Milk Reserve 2020-1, the first reserve of the new decade. Now, have you had this? Do you like rum barrel aged beers, or do you have another favorite type of barrel other than bourbon that you like to have your beer aged in? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, if you like beer, you might want to subscribe and click that bell, because I'm here talking about beer twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it's all for free for viewers just like you. And you might miss your newest favorite if you're not subscribed and getting those notifications. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by, and remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries wherever they are, and most importantly, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. Cheers.